Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Turn your was it way up? Testing 1, 2, 3. Can anybody hear me out there? Greg Mitchell. How about Greg? There we go. I know I can be heard now. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right. Sounds like we're doing pretty good here.
I need help getting number 5.
All right.
Hey, help me get numbers.
Oh, where?
I've got the pitcher catcher.
Okay, here we go. Welcome, everybody. It's Thursday night at Butler Ballpark in Midland, Texas, off Bluebonnet. If you're not here, hurry up and get here. The concession stand's open. The food smells good. And we've got two really good teams that faced each other on Tuesday night, and that is the Padres, coached by Tyler Timmons and Michael McKellar, and the Marlins, coached by Jesse the Body Venegas.
Look at him. Already flexing.
David Meeks and Stephen Brumley. Stephen Brumley, a little under the weather tonight, if y'all recall. You heard the broadcast on Tuesday. He was a little sick, but he's out there today. He's over here on first base, and he's gutting it up, and he's gonna go. So the first game of the series on Tuesday night, it resulted in a win for the Marlins. I believe the score was maybe 11-8.
That's right.
But I think that tonight we may be seeing a different game. Padres want revenge. On the mound again for the starting pitcher, and he was a starting pitcher on Tuesday night, is Patrick Timmons. We're glad to see Patrick out there. Patrick and Myra, several of these boys go to Trinity together, and they've been talking junk all week. So I don't know how it was today. They might have probably continued talking mess and trash. So there's a real desire to win. More than $1 million per player could pay. There's not enough money to pay them what a win would be worth to them.
Oh, man. I'm going to tell you. These a lot of friends out here. Tonight, they're opponents. And, boy, we had a fun game.
It was a really fun game. And this, Brian, sadly, is the last regular season game of the year for you and I. Here we are already at our last game. Now, there will be playoffs week after next, is my understanding. But we have just one more regular season tonight. That's it. And then we'll go to the playoffs, and you'll be there with me, I'm sure. And this weekend, NBA is going to be, John's 10U group is going to be in town playing a tournament. And I invite you to please sit next to me at the tournaments right here in Midland, Texas, and help me do all this mess, because without you, it's just not right.
Oh, man.
I get all kinds of complaints when it's just me. So, we need you back here.
We love doing this. I'm sad when the season ends. It's right when we get into our groove and you find the routine, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, it's over.
Yeah, that's so true.
It happened to us in fall, and here we are in spring, and man.
You got my phone?
Oh,
Jess, you got my phone? Okay.
Oh, I've got the. I mean, oh.
Just see if you can pull up Game Changer, because it's not.
Man, I got the last one from.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know what the lineup. We didn't get the lineup tonight for either one, so we're going to be a little bit deficient. And for some reason, it's not coming. The Game Changer is not coming over live on our phones. I don't know if anybody else out there is having trouble, but
I got some paper versions that I figured these kids. Harry's up, and we haven't changed off that.
All right, Harry Brumley's up. He's going to get the first pitch from Patrick Timmons to Johnston, the catcher, and we're going to be underway.
We're underway. Let's play some ball.
And there it is. And that's in there for a swing and strike by Brumley.
You knew better than that. Don't do that.
We got head coach Jesse Venegas on third, and we've got Steve Brumley, the dad of Harry, who's at the plate right now, on first. There's a swing.
Oh, man.
It bounces over to shortstop.
Get there.
Shortstop's on the throw.
That's safe.
Brumley beats it out with those fast feet he's got. I speak often of how fast he is.
He's quick.
Now Stephen and Betsy, his parents, say that that older boy is just as quick. I want to see him run someday.
Yeah.
So now we've got Jesse, the little body Venegas, up. His dad's coach over on third. Pitches in. There's a hit.
Man,
holy cow, left field's under it, and he gets it. No, he drops it out of his glove, and everybody's safe.
Everybody's on.
Everybody is on. So the first two runners get aboard, first and second, and up to bat is none other than the hard-hitting, home run-hitting Blake Meek.
That's right.
Here's the pitch. There's a hit back foul to the right. He's on it.
Patty's throwing right down the middle, and I love that he has tuned that in, because the last game he was not dialed in. And right now he's throwing across the plate.
He's coming with it.
Yeah, I love it.
There's a pitch. There's
Look
a
at
hit.
that. Oh,
and that is just off the top of the glove of first base Pender, but went foul.
It did go foul, just barely.
I'll have to get my switching down here. We're having to switch camera views and talk, and I can't chew gum and walk at the same time, as everybody knows. I'm trying to control the switching and this, so I'll do better. All right, Meek steps back in. Don't know what the count is. The board's not working. That's outside, gets away.
Got some
the runners
going
are on the move. Here comes
everybody's in, standing up.
Everybody's in, standing up. Venegas on second, Brumley on third.
Look at that. Oh, Harry's threatening. Oh, I love that. Harry don't need an
ball.
invitation. He's ready to come home.
Runner on second and third, 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's over the head of Meek.
Nice look.
Timmons deals. That's right down the middle. Here's a hit over there to short. Short's up with it. He checks home, but he's not in time. And now here comes Brumley home.
Look at that. Boy, we got some baseball getting played.
So Brumley goes ahead and steals that and comes on home on a run.
Oh, very smart.
That puts Venegas on third. He did. He waited until he saw that ball get away.
I love that.
You got Meek on first. You got Venegas on third.
We got an equipment failure here. That was an awesome play. Harry was really smart, because I think he thought that he was going to get pulled off.
I think he did too.
And he was smart about that.
Yeah.
Love seeing that.
Yeah.
That's baseball smarts.
John Williamson steps in. There's a hit. That's back to the pitcher. Pitcher
fumbles it.
He's going to have to run to outrun John. And he gets him in time, but not before a run scores. Venegas comes in. Another sacrifice for Williamson.
Puts a run on.
Puts another run in. 2-0. So that's only 1 out. Got Meek over on second, trying to get him around, and now we have Nolan. There's a hit behind home plate, out of the park, behind us.
Nice hit. Come on, Nolan. He takes that step every time. Oh,
that's high.
Oh, man, right to him. Are we listening?
There we go.
Oh, okay.
Guys and gals in the television world, we lose contact every once in a while. It's not our fault. It's the connection, so don't go away. Stay with us. While you were away, there was
man, he's right on the line there. Oh, man, get off the line.
There's a pop-up. The catcher's under it for out number 3, Johnston.
That was Luke.
And that was Luke Morby.
Boy, he was on the line of the batter's box. I mean, he was all over that.
So, exciting top of the first inning.
That was good. Oh, you got a Harry and catcher.
The play that you missed was a single, but the short came up with a good play over to first for the out to Pender.
Yeah.
That was the second out. The third out is you didn't catch because the camera was in the wrong setting. It was a pop-up right at plate where the catcher did a wonderful job, Johnston, at getting under it and catching. The first and 5 in this.
It did. Well.
Anyway, on Tuesday night's game, the Padres spotted the Marlins 2 runs, I think, in the first and 5 in the second, something like that. Spotted them 7 runs.
They did.
And that came back to kind of haunt the Padres. They never could quite recover from that totally, although they scored 8 by the end of the game.
They did run rules one inning.
They did.
They had some good strides there. And had we gone like a full 6 or 7, I feel like that game might have ended in a tie.
I think it would have
too. They had the momentum, but shifted once John got off the mound.
Yeah, I agree. I think it did as well. So I heard the Padres coaches over there talking to their players earlier when we were getting ready, cameras set up, ready to go, and they were reminding them that guys, y'all spotted them 7 in Tuesday night, and you're not going to be able to do that tonight.
Nope.
And so they controlled that first inning real well with just 2 runs.
Yeah.
The Padres have some bats. They have some heavy hitters, and they're going to hit and they're going to score.
Yeah.
And so this is going to be, I think, a good game tonight. They're fairly evenly matched, I think.
Yeah.
Didn't you think they were pretty evenly matched over?
I really did. I'm excited to see what the outcome of tonight is. It's going to be a much closer game than 3 runs, I think. But we shall see. As we settle into our pitching, it looks like we got Harry and catcher right now, and I always love him in the gut.
Yeah.
John's out there right now, so we're shaking things up, and that's what you got to do when you got to move these kids who have already pitched. You got to go back to your bench strength. So that changes the landscape of the game, and sometimes it's in favor of the opponent, and sometimes you pull through. So
that's true.
But yeah, very evenly matched teams.
On the mound tonight for the Marlins is going to be starting pitcher Blake Meek. Blake finished the game, pitched about 15 pitches, I think, in the last game and closed it for the win. The catcher for the Padres, Johnston, is up first.
Kaysen.
Harry Brumley is catching Blake tonight.
That's so like
0-1 to Kaysen, who foul tipped.
That's so like
That's a ball.
1-1. Holy
There's a hit to
moly.
left
Oh,
field.
man.
Left field's up with it.
He got all
Nope,
of that
he bumbles
one.
it.
Yep.
And he's trying to get to it. There's might be a play.
Oh.
Nope. Second base
There you go.
got over there in time, but he couldn't get that ball
That's good.
in from left field into
No.
his glove. But first base did a great job backing up. But nonetheless,
What I've noticed is the Marlins have worked
Johnston's
on backups.
Yeah.
And that's something that took them, I think, 3-4 games to learn.
I agree.
Here we go. Lefty.
That's in there for a
That's
strike. Runner over on second. He acts like
Yeah.
he wants to steal, and probably does a good job walking him back to second.
Harry almost put his foot on the bag
Yeah.
himself.
He almost did.
I love that.
Yeah. That's in there for a ball. Again, second's threatening like he wants to come over. He's over there playing around.
Yeah, he's out there just playing around.
1 ball, 1 strike. Now 2 balls and a strike. Two balls, a strike, no outs. There's a hit.
Holy moly.
Down and out to right field. Right field's up with it, going
You
at
gotta throw it.
first.
You gotta throw it.
Here
Oh,
comes
look at
the runner.
he
Johnston
scored.
comes in. Yeah.
We held it. We held it.
We held it. Couldn't get it in for some reason.
We held it.
So when you hold that ball in outfield, nothing good comes of that.
And we got a ball game. 2-1.
2-1.
No outs.
Got a runner over on first. That was Herrera with that hit.
Yeah.
That's in there for a swing. That's Pender.
Yeah, it is Pender.
Herrera acts like he wants to go. He stays put. Lance Pender sees the next one high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Harry has the wherewithal of a real catcher. He's got his
yeah.
eyes all over the
He
field.
does. He does.
There's
There's a high fly ball. First base is under it. For the out.
there you go.
And the first out. So that ball drifted out to the right, foul. First baseman got up under it. Nolan
That was
Hardy
Nolan.
for the out. First out. Herrera's still over on first. There's an outside pitch. Herrera acts like he wants to run.
That's Dylan. Dylan McClendon's up.
All right, Dylan McClinton is up. There's a swing and a hit.
All right.
That's
there
up
you
to
go.
short for a second, and then over to first.
He went for the double. I love that he went for the double play there.
So that ball was hit to Williamson. Williamson was sure-handed, picks it up, makes a nice toss that the second baseman can catch.
Fundamentals.
For the out. Fundamentals. Good job,
Man.
Williamson. And then second baseman tried to turn and throw it in time, but didn't quite get it.
Oh,
McKellar's up to bat.
Meyer, he's
Meyer
swinging
can
for the
hit that
fences.
ball. He went 3 for 3
Yeah, he did.
on Tuesday night's
Oh,
game. I
John.
have no doubt he'll go again 3 for 3 tonight.
Look at that.
There's a
Oh,
hit.
man.
Wow.
Holy-
Right back to Blake Meek.
Man.
Blake Meek comes up and snags that ball
Right back
at
to
about
him.
180 miles an hour for the third
I'm
out
telling you.
of the inning. Wow, good job, Meek.
Oh,
that was
man.
a hard hit
that was
by Meyer McKellar, who we know is going to hit that ball every time he
is.
comes up hard.
He's been up 4 times. He's been up in
Absolutely.
2 games and has hit
That's
4.
the first
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
he's had in 4 swings.
That's right.
That's tough, man.
Meyer, and Steve and I, we watched a lot of these kids on the other side play baseball and fall ball, and I'm going to tell you, these kids have improved from what we saw them. McKellar is hitting way better than he was in fall. I've seen improvement on every kid that I've watched, and I've got no skin in the game out here, so I love seeing the improvement. I know Steve does too. We're baseball fans.
We're baseball fans, and you do have skin in the game. You've been around John since that boy was almost born.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
And,
that's true. I'm not
so-
rooting for my own kid. I'm rooting
Yeah.
for yours, but I love that. I love seeing the improvement that these kids are making, and even on the other side.
Absolutely. Man, I want to welcome tonight my father-in-law, Jessica's dad,
Oh,
Vern Jones from Wild Wink, Texas.
Oh man.
And our mom, Linda Jones. We really appreciate, Vern, both you and Linda watching tonight.
Linda.
Absolutely.
Hello,
and,
Linda.
I'm very blessed with having the best father-in-law and mother-in-law that a man could ever ask for.
Hello.
And absolutely. And they're fierce supporters of all their grandchildren. And they've got a lot of athleticism in these grandchildren. Donna Tompkins. Yeah. We talk about Donna and Kurt Tompkins. Shout out to Donna on the Ronald Reagan. She served our country well on an air carrier. Her husband served as well in the same theater, and they have 5,002 children in their house. And
what do you do in your spare time, Donna?
And all of them play sports. All the girls play softball, basketball. They run track. Man, they just play it all, and they're all great athletes. And the same with my brother-in-law, Jessica's brother, up in Boise, Idaho.
Oh.
Their kiddos play sports as well. So
we're underway.
So Vern and Linda have a lot to support, and they do well at it. First swing in there for a swing and strike. We have
that's Jackson Hewitt.
Jackson Hewitt, get your taxes done, Maringer.
You are late if you are following now. You
Way
follow
late.
an extension.
Way
Hewitt
late.
Jackson.
There's a swing and a miss. 2 strikes.
Come on, Jackson.
There's a swing and a hit,
I think he
and it gets
swinged
right up to
That's all
Patrick.
right.
It was kind of a check swing, but Patrick comes off that mound quick, as he should.
It did.
He's well-trained, well-coached. This is a well-coached Padres team.
Yeah.
Timmons and McKellar put a great product on the field every single season. And this is no different.
Leighton.
Look
at that.
Milam hits a high drive infield. Seconds under it, but he drops it.
Leighton did not skip. He meant to the bag, and I love that.
Got to first.
A lot of people will pop that up and just be like,
yeah,
and just give up. He did not.
He did
We
not.
got a base runner.
Milam is up.
Sterling Sharp.
Leighton Milam. Sterling. No, I'm sorry. It is J.D. Niederhofer. J.D. Vance, Vice President J.D. Vance Niederhofer.
I'm sorry. That's J.D. Vance.
Vice President Vance came in a little bit late with his entourage, all of his Secret Service, just to play ball here for us.
Where the heck's Sterling go?
He is, I'll talk about that. Back to the ground. McKellar makes a great effort to try to get to it, but it hit the cage, so it made it where it wasn't going to be an out anyway.
If it hits the cage and he catches,
not an out.
I didn't think
it
so.
Can't be interfered at all.
So,
yeah. You knew that for sure. Patrick Timmons back into Niederhofer, and that's out. The runner is on the way now.
Oh, there he goes.
And he'll be in standing up for a steal on that pass ball. That's inside. Ball gets away. The runner's going to come on to third, and he'll steal third on that pass ball.
Good. Marlins threatening 90 feet away.
That's foul tip back. That'll bring the count full. I'm sorry, even 2-2.
2-2. He stays alive.
He went around
on
a check swing for out number 2. But we're back.
We are at the back of the top
of our order.
We do love that. Steve and I love
Harry
the top
Brumley.
of the order.
We sure do.
We do love hits at the bottom of the order just as much as we love hits at the top. Yeah, we do.
That's a hit by Harry. It's down to third base. He double clutches it.
He double pumps.
And that's good. So third baseman double clutches it. Johnston, in a good way, gets it to first in time just for the out by the fast, speedy Harry Brumley.
And the run didn't score?
And the run did not score. That was on third. So
he double pumped that dude.
He did. He wanted to make sure he was there. Midway through the second, the score is 2-1 in favor of the Marlins.
Man, I'm going to tell
with the hungry Padres coming up. Back to Sterling Smith, a player on our team. Sterling has been under the weather. So he wasn't able to play this week. This is the last week of regular season, and maybe he gets back with us by the playoffs. But we want to give a warm, loving shout out to Sterling. Hope you get to feeling better soon.
Do it.
And I know I see your parents down there watching, so they're coming to support. So hang in there, buddy, and get well soon.
Yeah.
What do we have for a trivia, man?
Let's put out a trivia. Here we are.
Everybody write this phone number down because you're going to need it if you want to win a meal. That's 512-512.
5151.
That's right. And caller number one that can answer this trivia, you're going to win a meal, dinner for two. It's a combo. And it's at Fuddruckers. And what combo is that?
You have to order the motherfucker.
Yeah.
You have to go in. It was like the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity back in the 80s, where you had to wear a silly face mask to get it. But if you order the motherfucker, you're going to get taken care of.
Yeah, it's a big one. It's a big one.
Yep.
And so it's dinner for two. And the trivia question to win that on caller number one is?
This team had the best record in baseball history with a 116 wins over 36 losses in the regular season. Name that team.
Repeat it one more time for him.
This team had the best record in all of baseball history with a 116-36 regular season wins losses. Crazy stat. 116 wins. Insane. But it happened. Name the team with the best record in baseball history.
There you go. Caller number one, 512-512.
5151.
Our switchboard over in Pyongyang, North Korea, will be
tomorrow.
standing by
That's right.
to grab your call.
Oh, nice. Brought it in. This is Alex Rodriguez Hernandez, A-Rod, or Ahern.
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 I like Ahern.
Ahern Rentals.
That's inside.
2-1.
Out in the field, Nolan Hardy on first, Luke Morby on second, John Williamson in short, Leighton Milam over on third, Jackson Hewitt Merringer out in left field, Jesse the Little Body Venegas in center, and Vice President J.D. Vance Niederhofer in right field.
There he is.
Harry Brumley's catching Blake Meek, and we have a 3-ball, 1-strike, no-out count. That's outside, and that's going to draw a walk for Hernandez.
Yep.
We got a big drink of water coming up.
That's right. Weston Leonard Nimoy. He's a Vulcan.
He's a Vulcan, baby.
And he also plays baseball.
You don't want this boy hitting. Better get around this guy.
Got him right on the end of the
First
plate.
pitch in there for a strike.
This is what you got to do. You got to throw it on the other side of that plate. This is a tall drink of water right there. He's got incredible reach.
He just swings barely.
I'm telling you, he's incredible reach.
Oh, that's high. That'll even the count 1-1.
Go West. 1-1.
That's a little low. We got a runner on the move into second base, standing up.
Yeah.
Williamson out there telling the catcher, hold up, don't make a throw. Brumley's a smart catcher. He knows that. That's in there for a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike. Runner on second, nobody on third, nobody on first. And here comes a pitch from Meek. That's ball 4.
Walked him.
So he walks him. So he takes his base over there. Leonard does. And steps in is Patrick Timmons.
Come on, Patty.
We pull for Patrick.
Yeah, we do. Good eye.
Runners act like they want to steal on that little bit of a wild pitch, but he reined it in, Brumley did. There's a nice one for a strike.
Come on, Patty.
1 ball, 1 strike. No outs. That's outside. 2-1's a count. There's a hit down
Nice
to
hit,
first
Patty.
base. First
Oh.
base has it. He gets
Nolan.
confused and doesn't know what to do.
Nolan got confused. Was there
And,
was John
man.
on the base? I don't know if John was on the base or not.
Nope.
Dang it.
Bases are loaded. No outs. Now it gets dangerous. That's in there for a strike.
This batter? That's Harrison Hughes.
Harrison Hughes is up. That's inside for a ball. That evens the count 1-1.
Padres with the bases loaded
There's a swing and a miss by Hughes.
and no outs. So Padres are threatening right now.
They don't need to get to the top of their lineup or it'll get messy.
No.
Bases loaded. There is a ball. That evens the count 2-2. No outs. 2-1 Marlins. Bottom of the second. Bases are juiced.
Yep.
It's a nice pitch in there for a strike. That'll be a strikeout for out number 1 of the
Marlon's going to make a play.
Side.
It is in the last couple batters here because Marco Martinez comes up to bat, and he is second to the last of their lineup.
First one in, he gets Martinez. We're going to have almost had runners stealing there.
Yeah.
But they thought better of
Blake
it and
needs
got
to make
back.
it back to the mound because that ball is live.
It is. You got runners there on first and second and on third. There's
Holy
a
moly.
hit
Oh,
right out the reach of Morby. Coming home will be 1 run.
oh.
Here comes 2
Nobody
runs.
was on first.
Coming around third, and he'll hold.
He's like he's running around the base.
So that's a nice double by Marco. Marco will be on second. We got a runner on second and third for the Padres. Score now 3-2 as the Padres come around the Marlins in the bottom of the second.
Calvin Klein Moose up to bat.
Calvin Klein, he swings. It's a miss.
Oh, we got a. Oh man, we got a. Oh,
Man, I'll tell you what.
crazy.
Runner from
Pandemonium.
second went to third and got hung up. Barely got
Oh.
back in time.
Anarchy and chaos.
There's a foul tip
Foul tip.
back to the back.
1-1. Marlins need an out.
Nobody
right
on
there.
first. Runners on second and third. 1-1. Now 2-1. 1 out.
Oh,
That's
come
in there
on.
low. 3 balls and a strike.
Oh, I'm telling you.
He blows up.
There you go. That's in there
Strike.
for a strike.
Not so quick, Calvin Klein.
Counts full there.
It's a problem. We're at the top with 1 out.
All right, we're back. It went off for a minute.
Oh, oh, oh.
You and me right now. There we go. We're going in and out of communications here. We're sorry. The weather's got a hold of us.
Yeah.
There is 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. To recap, it'd be hard, but the bases are loaded. through a series of errors.
It's 4-2 the Padres over the Marlins right now.
Stay with us if we lose you because
Yeah.
the weather's giving.
Look
There's
at
a
that.
hard hit
Oh, man.
out to center field. Center field's up with it. I don't know why he's throwing home and
I
not
don't
going
either.
to second base.
You know, he's not holding it.
He's not holding it anyway.
So, I
but
mean, what do you...
why we don't go to second there?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
But a run comes in nonetheless.
About to
now
run
it's
rule
5-2. We're about to get run ruled. That's the only salvation here.
That's it.
The bases are loaded. Okay, so time's been called due to lightning.
We got some lightning? Oh, I heard something. Oh, yeah, the aluminum.
All right.
The aluminum.
So they saw aluminum. I mean, they saw lightning. We're sitting on aluminum. That's probably not good. So they're going to call the game for now. I don't know the rule. I think it's a 30-minute delay.
Oh.
But I'm not sure of that.
I got time.
Let's get a ruling on how long the delay is, and we can tell everybody so that. How long's the delay up? All right, not a set time. Okay, so we don't know how long the delay is. They're going to find out right now, and we'll let you know. They have a really tall flagpole to the next sitting to the right of us. Hopefully, the lightning hits that first.
Oh, did she get bit up?
Oh no.
Eczema flare up.
Oh, okay.
She's been scratching and getting germs all
I thought she
over.
was in ants. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, it's been fun. She decided to not wear her lotion anymore. She's been trying to put it on herself. And
So stay with us.
Oh, I see.
The game is in the bottom of the second. The score is 5-2 Padres. When we resume play, there is a no ball, no strike, 1 out count. We don't know how long the delay is yet. Stay with us. Don't leave us.
Yeah.
And we will see if we can find this out. So the answer to your trivia, asked the question, we did not have a winner. So what was the question?
The question was basically in 20 words or less, who has the best record in baseball? And that record is 116 wins and 36 losses. What team has the best record in all of baseball history?
That'd be the Bombers, the Bronx Bombers.
That would be the 1906 Cubbies.
I knew that. That's a setup right there.
That was-
Since you're a Cubby fan, I should have not.
Okay, all right.
For that.
Well, let me tell you how it ends.
Okay.
They lost the World Series to the White Sox.
In 7?
In 6.
In 6.
Yeah. It was the most lopsided, unbelievable, can't believe it. They won 116 wins, lost it in 6. 1906.
Good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Crazy.
Yeah, it is. We didn't have a winner on that,
No.
unfortunately. So tonight, man, it's as billed. This is a really good game, and the Padres obviously have come out for revenge.
Yeah.
First inning, the bats were semi-quiet as the Marlins jumped out on top with 2 runs. And then the Padres come in, and they're semi-quiet. They get 1 run on the board in the first inning. And then we come around to the second inning and can't get anything. Marlins can't get anything going, but the Padres come alive, and they are 1 run from having a 5-run rule in the second inning.
The irony is we finished the Tuesday's game in the second with a 5-2 score. And
Yeah,
it was the
we
exact
did,
it was
didn't
the
we? It was
exact
exact
opposite.
opposite.
It flipped on us. So, you know,
That's right.
and this is what happens, you know, the
does.
landscape of the game changes, you know, as you get further into your bench.
Yeah.
And this illustrates it, I think, perfectly.
Oh, I agree.
So, you know, I hear that thunder.
Thunder is it's lightning back in there, and the thunder's going. I don't know. You know, it is looking pretty dark. I feel some rain, and at some point we'll probably have to go pull cameras.
Yeah, I think so too. We're not that lucky for rain.
Until you want to get something done
Yeah, that's right.
that you enjoy. Then we get lucky for rain.
Yeah.
Adjusting some cameras here. So while we're in this break, we're in a rain delay.
Yeah.
Everybody stay with us. I want to give a shout out to Endeca Crude Express.
Shout out.
2 years in a row, they have sponsored the telecast here on YouTube Television Live.
What's the ROI on that? You know, that's what I'd like to know.
Well, I'll tell you, I hope it's good.
Yeah,
You know, I know we have a lot of operators, a lot of marketers that have kiddos playing over here in this league and in Odessa. And, you know, Endeca spends a lot of their time, puts us out here. We're a lot of resources. We travel with them, and they spend a lot of money. The sign that you see out in front of you that says Northern Little League
Was not free.
it was not free. Over on field 2 behind us.
Oh, look at it. I can
is
see it from here.
It's an Endeca Crude Express sign. They bought that sign, put it up, and helped these kiddos. These signs needed to be changed badly. The Scarboroughs own this, or put this sign out for Northern Little League. DBAT has another sign over there, and so Endeca Crude Express goes above and beyond for kiddos, not just in baseball, but they do soccer, all kinds of things. And Endeca Crude Express is a crude oil hauler only. They don't buy, sell, trade crude, but they do haul for every one of the majors somewhere in Texas, New Mexico, Oklahoma. They are the leading crude oil hauler in the country. That's not just my opinion. Look at their ISO certifications. They are the only crude oil company in the United States of America that have 3 ISO certifications to their name. And do a little homework on that. Actually 4, I've been corrected. 4 ISO certifications. They're also the only transportation company in the United States of America, including Walmart and people like that, that have 4 ISOs. And that's centered around safety, productivity, measurement. And so the important thing to know is that you can be an operator, and if you're tired of your oil not getting picked up in 24 hours, Endeca has a way to solve that problem. If you're tired of your oil not being measured correctly, Endeca's got to solve for that problem, because they video every single measurement, whether they gauge a tank, whether they grind it out. They have 3 cameras on their trucks, and at all times they're recording everything that goes on with that driver. So there is no, for you marketers, there is no losses at your stations. There is no losses, operators, at your leases. And in this day and time where oil is becoming a big thing to be stolen, and you can't afford to lose a barrel. And Endeca Crude Express videos everything they do. Yeah. They have 4 different types of IVMS type communications on board, telematics. They are tracked, every barrel's tracked. It knows every stop it takes. It knows where it ends up. Their electronic ticketing is second to none. So if you're an operator, tell that marketer you want Endeca to haul, because likely we're hauling for them somewhere, and just give them a try. That's right. and realize what your benefit and your bottom line is. Marketers, same for you. Put them on a lease, and put them at a station on their own, and watch your losses go away. Right. Watch things even out. And in safety, they're the safest crude oil hauler in the nation. That's not just our opinion. That is a matter of fact being proved through the ISOs and the FMCSAs.
Awarded.
Oh, absolutely they are. And so, again, they're a logistics company. They don't buy, sell, trade. All they want to do is be the best at what they do. That is the logistics at hauling crude and crude only. And so, you know, show them your little love and your appreciation for them putting all this together for live TV, and give them a barrel or 2, give them a shot, and see what comes out of it. I'll put my name on it. I'll guarantee you'll be pleased, and they'll grow with you. I also want to have a shout out to DBAT, Chris Wilson and his wife over at DBAT. DBAT is the leading baseball training facility in the state of Texas, and maybe in the nation. This specific DBAT has the most technology, the newest equipment, whether it be pitching cages, whether it be they measure your speed of your hits, the velocity of your hits, the speed of your pitches. They video it. It is a complete training facility where you can just go rent a cage for a minute or a day or 2 days, where you can put your entire team in all-purpose cages in bad weather like now. They have the best trainers in Texas that train all ages from 6 all the way up into college. They've got Coach Barry Kiefer. They got Coach Josh Turley. They got Coach Barry Russell, 20-year head coach at Midland High and NBA head coach. They have Coach Dennis Schrum out of the Astros organization coaching there. They have Matthew Casera teaching strength and conditioning and speed and agility. Yep, they teach that. Our son's had has all of that training done there. They have Emily, the premier softball pitching coach, girls softball pitching coach in the country. And pitcher Emily, I think, is how she goes.
She throws like a girl.
Well, I'm gonna tell you that old gal, she'll tear you up. Let me tell you.
I believe that.
But all of the coaches there have played D1 to professional ball. They played for the White Sox. They played for the Brewers. They played for the Astros. And these trainers are there for all ages. And they teach pitching. They teach fielding. They teach hitting, of course. They teach all of it. And do yourself a favor. If you want to see your kiddo grow, invest. And don't go out there for 1 or 2 and expect them to be changed. No. A kid needs to get to know their coach. The coach needs to get to know the kid. Yep. And I always say, try once a week for 6 straight weeks and just watch how your kids progress and grow. Yeah. And you will keep them there in a steady diet of coaching, because as dads, we all know, dads, that we're not very smart to our children. We're probably the dumbest creatures on the planet till they're about 28 years old, and but they will listen to others.
That's right. I'm stupid.
And yeah, you've got a daughter that's Midland Christian, and right now you and I are ignorant, and that's
right.
Just don't know what we're doing. But I'm telling you, DBAT is out there by the Midland Airport. It services Odessa, Midland, and the surrounding areas. And you're doing yourself an injustice if you don't take advantage of their hitting, of their machines, of their pitching machines, of their hitting machines, of their coaches. And this facility is a multi-million-dollar facility. Several million has been invested by Chris Wilson and his wife in this community. Chris is an active coach at NBA. He's a head coach of an assistant coach of a very good travel ball team out there at NBA. And so he pours his heart and soul into this, And if you look out into your field, you'll see DBAT to the first sign on the right. There's DBAT. Yeah. And
they're involved with these kids out here.
They are. Yeah. And so I would tell you.
I feel like have we seen Chris out here?
Oh yeah, Chris comes out.
He comes out.
He does. He watches. He knows the kids
he
that
does.
Train in his facility.
We saw him in the fall.
Here on this field, I've just noticed Lance Pender. Lance Pender goes out weekly and maybe twice a week, and he is coached by Dennis Schrum. I saw Lance yesterday in the cage while my son was out training, and he was hitting that ball hard as he did just a few minutes ago. So Lance Pender on the Padres. Patrick Timmons goes out there, and I think he may be with Coach Barry Russell. Myron McKellar is out there, and he may be with Barry. John Williamson is with Coach Barry Kiefer. He is on the Marlins. I'm going to tell you, there are probably 7, 8. Harry Brumley is coached out there. Man, I could just keep going.
You can definitely spot the kids that are out there versus not.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad you brought up Pender for a second, because that kid's got some talent.
He's got talent.
You don't look at him and like, that's a ball player.
Yeah, and he
hits, he fields,
and he
catches,
plays first.
He plays first really well.
Yeah, he's a good ball player.
I'm blown away by it.
Absolutely, and his parents are just the kindest people. I have the blessing of being able. I met his mom for the first time. Yesterday.
Oh wow!
And what a sweet lady she is. And I've of course been around his dad a lot. He and I have become friends there, because our kids get training at the same time.
Okay.
And Pender's a good hitter, player. He's a good all around, and he's a good kid. He's a sweet kid. Fun to talk to.
You just don't see it.
Yeah.
You don't see it. And then all of a sudden he hits.
You see that big smile. Crazy. And man, he launches one, over the fence, which you don't want if you're the opposing team. And it's a fine young man. So good job there, Pender's, on that young man, on all the way around. And John has played several years for the Padres coaches, McKellar in Timmins. So he's got a lot of friends on the team, Patrick and Meyer. They go to school together at Trinity, and so there's a lot of camaraderie there with these boys that are playing on opposite teams, and so yeah, DBAT is a wonderful place to do a lot of things, be it baseball.
Yeah.
So get out there and find out really what your kids can do. They can do so much more than you even know. It just needs to be brought out of them and just needs to be taught. So give them a try. Midland Meat Market also sponsors. It has a big sign over here in left field, and they're a big sponsor. Thank you, Scarboroughs, for that. And Maybe Ranch also has a big sign. It's over to the right, and the Maybe family is such a great family here in Midland. The Scarboroughs too. That's just some, the founders of this town, Midland, and in this country.
That's right.
The Maybes and the Scarboroughs, and they give back so much to the community. And this is just one thing that they give back to. They give back to everything in this community. I know Midland Meat Market has done so much for Trinity as far as doing sponsorships of hamburger cookouts and things, and they do it for everyone.
Yeah.
So we appreciate them. And then last but not least, on the fence for signs this year, we got Redhead, that's a sponsor, MS Directional, Intact, Pro Petro is out there. Rogers Ford, thank you, Rogers Ford. We have Advantage. We have Almond Oilfield Trucking. We have Admiral, that's an oil company. We have CapTech, JMR Services. InSource, that's Michael McKellar, the assistant coach for the Padres, and our insurance company at Endeca. Of course, DBAT is out there. Frac Tank Riddle, a Community National Bank. They do so much for our community, and we appreciate them so much. Halliburton, of course, Encino is out there. We've got Wildcat Tools. We've got Edge out there. We've just got so many good sponsors that sponsor baseball, and we appreciate it so much. Absolutely. So we'll get an update in a few minutes. I think we might get back underway. It looks like
I like to think this thing's passing.
Yeah, it looks like it's passing. It's kind of centered over us right now, and we'll try to get an update. But stay with us. They're going to do their best to try to finish this game. Go get you some popcorn and
is this the other team
beer,
behind us?
A Coke or Dr. Pepper and some tea.
Is this the next team behind us?
Probably
the Sox.
They're going to get a late start. The Sox are up next on the field. They're behind us, the White Sox. I see Coach Pasco over there in delay. So they're playing somewhere on the field by us, and they're in delay.
Yeah. Rangers
are coming up. I think it's Rangers and Sox tonight after this game, maybe. And let's go ahead and do another trivia. 512-512.
5151.
That's right.
Yeah.
512-512-5151. This will be caller number one for dinner for four at Wall Street Bar and Grill. Wall Street Bar and Grill. What do you have for us next there, Maestro?
What is the reason that Brooklyn Dodgers left Brooklyn? Why did they relocate to L.A.?
It's a good question. I don't know the answer to that.
Good question. There is an answer to it. Yeah, there is. And if you get it right, you're going to be eating well at Wall Street.
It's one of my favorite restaurants in town.
Yeah.
You know, for the price and the quality of food, you can't beat Wall Street Bar and Grill. It's all around good. You can get all the free bread you can stand, and it's the best bread. Oh, home cooked, hot, and they serve that butter with it. Oh my goodness, it's good.
Yeah,
really is good.
Delicious.
So y'all be looking at or thinking about the trivia. You can't look it up. We want you to not Google it.
That's right.
I want you to Google it. We got a winner. I hear we got a winner. Our caller, our answerer, the ones that answered our phones, is over in Pyongyang, North Korea, and I'm getting message that that they might have a winner for us. Also, get what we're going to do this year at playoffs. We're going to give away a free trip, one-way trip to Pyongyang, North Korea. And here's how that works. We've got a box up here, and you put your name on this paper, and you put it in a box, and we draw your name at the end of the year for an all-expense one-way trip paid to Pyongyang, North Korea. You'll be met there with some lovely people in the military, and they will take you to your accommodations. The Un Hotel.
Yeah, Hotel.
Un Hotel. There's nothing like it.
That's right.
You'll have a fabulous stay, be fed lightly.
That's right.
Tons
of vacancy right now, too.
There is a lot of vacancy. It's a good time of the year. We did get a good deal on the ticket. But anyway, the government is really good most of the time about getting you back to America. So it's a one-way trip because they want to be involved in this exciting adventure that you're going to go on just south of north of the DMZ.
That's right.
And so they will get you back. They'll pay for that maybe, and back to the U.S.
Yeah.
And they're a little bit greedy. Kim Jong, I call him Kimmy, Little Rocket Man.
Little
Rocket Man. He likes to hold on to you just a little longer because he just doesn't want to give you up. He loves on you.
It's his theme song. He plays Elton John.
He plays Elton John.
He does.
And he wants to love all over you. So whenever he gets done loving on you,
that's it.
He might get you back over to the U.S. So I've got a handful of names in the box now.
Can't wait.
What I find unusual, Brian, about this is it seems like it's always a woman putting a name in, and it's a man's name. You would think they'd put their own name in, but they're sacrificing for the sake of who I assume is their husband.
I couldn't do it.
And and they put their.
I would tell her, give me
in.
my rib back. Give me my rib back.
Yeah. Look what we did for you, and here's what we get back.
Take my rib.
That's right. So. So be around, and be around at the playoffs and see if you get a free trip to Pyongyang, North Korea.
Cannot wait. Steve, I gotta once again mention our outfield crowd out there in the cheap seats. We got
absolutely.
We got 4 out there, and is there a camera for those 4?
I want to look and see if we can scan over. And
there's 5 out there.
Right there, there you go. So where the Midland Meat Market sign is, if you look down and to your right, you'll see them all sitting along the fence. There goes the sexy Tyler Timmons.
Oh,
right there in your frame. He looks good walking away.
Holy cow!
Really good walking away.
Slow it down.
That's what his wife says. Yeah. And so we've got a really good crowd.
Yeah, we got the outfield crowd love seeing that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Kristen Timmons, the wife of Tyler Timmons, that lucky young lady, she is a counselor at Trinity, and where our kiddos go. And Mrs. Timmons, as we affectionately and respectfully call her name. Mrs. Timmons, thank you for all you do at Trinity. Thank you, and all you do for our children, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And not a better one you'll have than that young lady right there.
Yeah.
I feel some cold wind coming off of the ocean.
There's no complaints from Steve and I up in the booth. We have been able to broadcast to you for fall ball. Steve and I got some great sunsets, some great weather. We played under the lights. Steve and I love that.
There he comes back. There goes Tyler Timmons back.
Oh, there he goes. Oh, moonwalk or something.
Yeah.
And then we come back for spring ball and we get a nice breeze. This is just great. Steve and I mean, this is a retirement plan for both of us.
Absolutely.
We just love watching baseball. We love broadcasting. Holy cow! I mean, it took us going through all of life and doing jobs and just to find out that we love this.
Yeah.
More than anything.
Yeah. And wow, what a way to spend a day.
Yeah. I get to watch baseball with my friend and talk about it.
Yeah.
This is great.
This is fun. And then at work we get to gather back up and
That's right.
see how we did
Yeah.
and how the teams have
That's right.
done, and that's fun too.
Yeah.
We also want to give a shout out to our game changer, Jessica Jones Williamson. Um, that is really an underappreciated role.
Oh man.
Game changer is the old school. You'll remember the old school, keeping the baseball books, as it were. This is done through computers now, and you got to be pretty slick and stay up with it. And then Game Changer is something you can download, and you can see the strikes and the balls and the outs. And so she has to on the fly as these teams are playing, she has to record balls, strikes, outs, how they were outs. Were they fly outs? Were they ground outs?
Yeah.
Where were the outs? First, second, third, pitcher, left field, center field, right field, steals, errors. All of this has to be on the fly very speedily, has to be kept. These books are important because those at home get to see how the game transpired, the box scores, who did what, how many pitches. That's the good part of a fan. For the fan is they get to see that, but for the coaches, it's invaluable information as they get ready for their next game so that they can scout the other team and also look at what their team did so that they can better position them in the batting order or who they want to pitch in what scenarios or what defensive plays or players they want to put in what positions. So it's a lot to keep up with. And Jessica Jones Williamson, that is in full transparency, my absolute perfect, beautiful wife. Thank you, Vern Jones, for that gift from heaven.
Yeah.
She does this, travels with us.
Good job, Vern.
And she's doing this absolutely 5 to 7 times a week. So she's doing travel ball twice during the week.
Yeah.
Our son then a Little League during the weeks 2 times. Our son plays travel ball, so there's at least 2 games every Saturday, then up to 3 games on Sunday. So it's a lot of work. She does a lot, and our hats are off to all those that do Game Changer because every team has to have somebody that does it if they want that information. So to all those folks out there doing Game Changer for your team, thank you so much. Thank you so much for what you do.
Yeah, definitely.
I can't help but think that we're 5 to 10 minutes away from
I sincerely hope so.
getting back going. We do have lights, so we can play under the lights if we need to.
Is there an end-all be-all call? Is it the umpire here, or is he going above and beyond somebody else?
Yeah, he is.
So where's the authority here?
Good question. They've already notified the Little League commissioners. So we have a Little League board of directors that's above Northern Little League. So you have different Little Leagues within the city of Midland, all right? You have Northern Little League that are comprised of like 6 teams. You have Mid-Cities Little League that's comprised of maybe 4 teams. You've got Tower. You've got all those that are part of that, and then they're all under the Midland Little League umbrella.
Okay.
And so on top of that sits a president that's elected, vice president, and so they were immediately informed of the situation, and they're being kept in touch and abreast of, and they're watching weather right now, and they will be the ultimate call on if it starts back or if it's done for the night. And so that information will be relayed from the umpires into the league office.
Okay.
The league office is watching weather channels and getting lightning strike information. And once they feel like that it's all clear, then they'll give a go-ahead for us to resume. Or if they feel like that it's going to be something delayed, then they may just go ahead and cancel the entire night and reconvene at a date yet to be determined.
Okay.
So it hadn't happened that way. So let's stay with it and see if we can kind of push this through and continue this fun night of baseball.
Yeah. It is not.
So Jessica made a good point.
Yeah.
On the good side, it is not 110 degrees with the sun bearing down on our foreheads, which that'll happen in fall ball. So this could be much worse. It is a nice night. light wind out of the south at about 1 to 2 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Feels like it's about 75 degrees.
That's fine.
It's really nice. It's
Great
dark,
night.
kind of over us, but we're seeing daylight in behind us. So it's a beautiful night.
Great.
Concession stands open. People, this is a great opportunity for the concession stand to really do well tonight. I'll guarantee you,
For sure.
their sales will probably be double or triple.
Yeah.
Right tonight for the sales because of this delay. So
Yeah,
it's good
absolutely.
for them.
Yeah.
Really good for them. So, Brian, you're from Chicago, Illinois.
I am.
You got down here as quick as you could.
Couldn't wait.
Couldn't wait. Your mom, Deborah, sweet, sweet lady, still lives in Chicago, was here
Right.
for a while, but
Yeah.
went back to take care of your grandmom.
Yeah, that's right.
If they're listening, we wish them well. We love you, and can't wait till we can see you again. We owe you a Wall Street dinner.
I hope so.
So you grew up there, and so were you always a Cubbies fan?
I've always been a Cubbies fan. That's right. Yeah, I do. I remember going to a Cubbies game as a kid, and a Bulls game as a kid. I've never been to Soldier Field. Actually, I've never been to a Blackhawks game. But yeah, we're from the north side, so it's there's a dividing line, as in there are normal large cities that have multiple baseball teams or football teams, so on and so forth. New York, LA, you know what I'm talking about. So
Yep.
Chicago, there is a north and a south side, and you're a south sider, you're wearing a Sox hat, and if you're a north sider, you're wearing a Cubbies hat.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
And you went on to the Navy. Thank you for your service.
I did.
And were you at the Naval?
I
Is that where
did.
you did your training?
Yeah. Oh, Great Lakes. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So
North of Chicago.
I remember my sister-in-law, Donna Tompkins,
Yeah.
when she went off to the Navy.
I was looking for.
She trained. I guess they call it boot camp training.
That's right. Yeah.
Boot camp there in
that's
Chicago.
right. Yeah.
And so we had the opportunity. My father-in-law and the rest of us went up got to go to the Navy Pier.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
man, we got to. We were fortunate enough to watch.
Yeah.
We call her sister affectionately, Jessica's sister.
Yeah.
And we got to watch sister go through that, the closing ceremony part before
Yeah.
you're shipped out. And man, it was so pretty.
Yeah.
And so fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, tons to do there. Great backdrop. Yeah, everybody. You get this right after you graduate boot camp, you haven't left Chicago yet, so you have what's known as a leave, and a lot of people go down to the city of Chicago, and they have a break from Great Lakes, and you can go down to Chicago, and everybody did that except for me. I did not go there. I went and got changed, and went over to family's house, and I got out of my uniform, and it was nice to just hang out. Everybody else was doing sightseeing, but I've already seen what everybody else was looking at, so I did not need to go downtown.
Well, I mean, how long was that initial leave?
I feel like you get 1 day off after you graduate boot camp before you are given your orders to go to your respective duty stations or schooling. I think you get 1 day, and most people take a cab, or you probably take an Uber now, but they weren't around when I was in. So you took a cab and you went to the city of Chicago and dropped you off somewhere on Michigan Avenue, and you walked around and hung out and enjoyed and ate and saw things. That it's all fun. I've done it a whole bunch of times. I just went over to the family's house and changed and relaxed and had some home cooking, and it was so much more better.
Man, that's cool. And, we were able to get some great food while we were in Chicago. Man, we went and got the infamous pizza.
Oh, yeah.
And did all of that. And then I think my sister-in-law, when she was deployed, I believe, wasn't she deployed, I think, right to the Ronald Reagan, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
One of the largest
Yeah.
nuclear aircraft carriers, I think, in the ocean. I don't know a lot about it, but I think I remember that. And that ended up being very faithful for her as she met her husband, Kurt Tompkins, Kurt was in the Navy as well, and he ended up, I don't know all of the ships that surround the Reagan and they have protectors. My understanding is he was one of the ships around the Reagan that protected her.
Oh, okay.
And that's my understanding, and I don't know a lot about it, but he was in there many years. And so they met and married and now have 5 beautiful children, I'm sorry. And I said 5,002 earlier. It seems like that sometimes because there's 4 of them. 2 of them are twins, and the others are real close in age, like a year or two. They're teenage girls. So it seems like you have 5,000 at one time, man, I'll tell you. And, man, they're basketballers, softballers, track runners. One of them was Willie the Wildcat, the mascot at Wink. They go to Wink High School there.
Okay.
So she and her husband have their hands full, and they need prayers every single morning and night. I think I have it tough with 2 children, but man, whoo,
Yeah.
don't know how they do it. Navy tough. That's all I have.
That's it. Yeah. That's it.
Navy
That's
tough.
right.
So, yeah. Great sister-in-law. Got a great brother-in-law, John Paul Jones, and Morgan out of Boise. He was in his band. Out of Boise, Idaho. And, man, they've given us 4 beautiful children.
He was wasn't he the basis for Led Zeppelin too? That's where I went with it. But yes, correct. He's also like the father of the Navy, John Paul Jones. Why? The question is why
So we're going to go ahead and answer that question, trivia question. We according to over in Pyongyang, North Korea, she said that there is a winner.
Oh, wow.
There is a winner.
Okay.
Dinner for 4 at Wall Street. And read the question and then the answer, if you would.
The early 1950s, I think it was 53, Brooklyn Dodgers relocated to L.A. Why did the Brooklyn Dodgers leave and move across the country?
I have no idea. You're going to have to answer that for me. I don't know. They get kicked out?
So...
Steinbrenner? What is?
Brooklyn Dodgers famously played at Ebbets Field.
Okay.
Ebbets Field was they started playing baseball in 1913. So that field was 40 years old. It was very dilapidated. It was run down. It did not accommodate the amount of supporters and guests that the Brooklyn Dodgers were bringing in. Now, they were a very successful team at that one time. It was time for them to build a stadium, and the city did not support that. In fact, the city wanted the Brooklyn Dodgers to move to Queens, a completely different borough, where the owner of the Brooklyn Dodgers said, this is the Brooklyn Dodgers, not the Queens Dodgers. So he up and moved the team to L.A. and relocated them.
Really?
Where they, since 62, have been playing in Dodgers Stadium.
So, with that, obviously, we got a baseball team back over in New York. Did they come? Was that team already established that are now the Yankees from another area and come in, or did they have a whole new franchise?
So at that time, in Brooklyn, there was a stadium, Ebbets Field. Now, since 1913, now New York grew by leaps and bounds. Real estate was at a premium.
Okay.
Ebbets Field could not expand due to the population growth and the infrastructure already expanding outside of it. They just, they waited a little too long.
Yep.
So at that time, the city commissioner really wanted to put them in Foxborough, where the Giants currently play.
Oh, okay.
Meadowland? Yeah,
It's
Meadowlands, not Foxborough.
Yeah.
Meadowlands, where the Jets play, the Giants
Yeah.
play. That's where they wanted to move them. And the Brooklyn Dodgers were simply like, no, we're staying in Brooklyn or we're leaving. And they couldn't stay in Brooklyn, so they left. And they have been gone ever since. They were really a victim of their own success. Brooklyn Dodgers were really, really good at baseball in the 30s, 20s, 30s, and 40s. And they kind of outgrew their field, and the city grew up around them, and that was it. So it was either relocate somewhere else in the city or he up and moved him. So,
that's crazy.
it was a sort of a catch-22, but they expanded to L.A. and been there ever since, and been in Dodger Stadium since '62.
You know, and it's my understanding
Yeah.
that the commission now is looking at adding a couple of more teams.
They are, yeah.
And it's going to be interesting to
very
see where that
exciting.
may fall. What are the?
We talked about that.
Yeah. What are some of the spots that it's being looked at?
So here's right now the ones that I remember. This was a trivia from several games ago. Salt Lake City is one of the runners. San Antonio, Austin as a conglomerate city is one of the runners. Mexico City, and baseball loves that expansion. That's they're already north of the border, so Mexico City is a front runner. Raleigh, North Carolina is a runner. Or North Carolina as a home. What was the other? Man, I wish I had that.
Well, you know, I think Mexico City might have the lead on that.
San Antonio, Austin had really lobbied for it as well. I read a good article on that. Those three that I've named, Mexico City, Salt Lake City, and the Austin, San Antonio area, I want to say are front runners for them based on the expansion. So San Antonio, large land. San Antonio, I think, is the largest city by land in the United States.
Oh, really?
I think so, by land.
Okay.
And so a lot of supporters. If you look at Austin from a soccer standpoint, Austin FC, Matthew McConaughey, huge investor in that team, major supporter in all of Austin sports. I think San Antonio, Austin. I'm biased because I'm a Texan.
Sure.
But that's a great area right there.
It is a great area, and I think they'd support them well.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of population there.
Mexico City makes sense for the expansion of baseball. I
just think on Mexico City, the logistics of moving the players in and out of Mexico City.
Yeah.
I mean, football is one thing because you're down there once a year or twice.
Yeah.
That's one thing. When you're playing every other week and sometimes 10 days in a row
That's right.
in Mexico City, I think the players, are going to have something to say about that, being away from the United States, from their families, that much at a time.
True.
And
Sure.
the logistical part of that.
Yeah.
And I'm not so sure that from a safety standpoint, can you keep everybody, safe right now in this time of turmoil that's going on. They've always been our friends and neighbors, but there's some
it's true,
hard feelings right now and some things going on. And I don't know. I mean, you've got to look at it from a safety perspective, from a travel perspective.
Yeah.
I think Mexico City makes sense because I think they'll absolutely could not build a park big enough to hold them all. I think you'd have 1 million people show up at a game if you had seats for them.
Yeah.
They support their sport so well.
They do.
In Mexico.
Steve and I we were a fan of one ball player that ended up moving across the border, Springer. And you don't hear from him anymore. I mean,
no, you don't.
That's where baseball took him north of the border.
Sure did.
And that's how it goes. But I can see MLB wanting to expand their market. From a financial perspective, from a fan base perspective, and Mexico City is a massive city population-wise. There are a lot of Mexican players. This is a global sport, baseball, and so that's definitely a possibility.
I agree. So we're still in a rain delay and waiting to get word from the powers to be here. It seems like the clouds have set in on top of us. It's not any rain yet.
No.
Speaking of MLB, tonight in the bottom of the sixth, the Baltimore Orioles are over the Nationals 2-1. The Pittsburgh Pirates and the Angels are going to start at 8:29 p.m. The Rays and the Diamondbacks will start at 8:40. The Texas Rangers and the Athletics, they're going to start at 9:05. That's a West Coast late start. DeGrom is going to be on the mound. He's always exciting to watch for Texas. That was a close piece of lightning. White Sox over the Twins 3-0, a final. Also, finals are Mariners 4 over the Sox 3. A final, the Rockies over the Royals. The Royals over the Rockies 7-4. The Giants over the Brewers 6-5. And it was a doubleheader for the Rockies today and the Royals. And the Royals won the first one and the second one.
Oh, man. I'm going to do a did you know real quick.
Good.
I found this pretty fascinating. Did you know, two hometown heroes, did you know that Pete Rose was from Cincinnati? And did you know that Cal Ripken Jr. was from Baltimore?
I did not know that.
I didn't either.
I
Hometown
didn't know
heroes.
that. I didn't know either
Cal
one of
Ripken
those.
famously played for the Orioles for a little over 21 seasons, I think, from just the outskirts of Baltimore. And Pete Rose, 24 seasons with Cincinnati, from Cincinnati. He's a Cincinnati kid.
I had no idea.
I had no idea either.
Wow.
Hometown heroes right there.
And we lost Rose just last year
That's
or the year
right, yeah,
before?
last year.
My goodness. Never
Yeah.
got into the Hall of Fame.
I'm telling you, there are some records that, that probably will never be touched. And that 4,235 hits, that's incredible.
He's deserving of the Hall of Fame, in my opinion.
Man,
I mean, I get it.
I get
but
the baseball, I get the rules, I get not bending, I know when to draw the line, but boy, that's
tough.
that's something that I just do not think will happen. I think the game has changed. I think pitching has changed. I think it evolves all the time, that's one for that'd be one for the ages.
I agree.
And the consistency of Cal Ripken.
Man, Mr. Consistency. All right, it looks like the game has been called. Is that right? Go on. Come on. I believe the game has been called, ladies. Game called.
I bet it.
All right. Well,
everybody looks like they're leaving the park. So I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but wow, we're going to have to make this one up. The game's been called.
Is that how it goes? Do we make? Is there a makeup game?
I think there's a makeup game.
Oh.
So we've got bad weather coming. We're going to have to sign off for tonight. Thanks for staying with us. Stay tuned, and we'll see when